Welcome back. Today is a very special day. Not because it's exactly the day that should be special, as in exactly the day that lines up astronomically to the day that it should line up to, but as in I finally got around to recording the video. So it makes it special. For you, it's special. So I have my wife Rachel here with me. And that's because we got a box from YouTube, and this box's arrival roughly coincides with this channel running for 10 years. So 10 years of videos. It's about 10 years ago that I did my first gardening video on YouTube, 2011. And I mean, we've lived, how many houses would you say we've lived in since then?
I don't know. You don't put me on the spot.
Let's see. I'm working on it. Six. I think we've lived in 6 different houses. And we have lived in 2 different states and in a foreign country, the country of Grenada. So in that time period, my goodness, I mean, it's been insane. And we've had, how many children? How many more children have we had?
4? We were guessing.
I think 4.
I think 4.
Yeah, so, and we have 1 on the way. So that'll round it out. 10 years on YouTube, and then we're gonna hit our 10th child this year too. So that's pretty awesome all around.
Yeah.
Very productive. And here we are in South Alabama, and I was thinking, you know, I need to do a retrospective. I was talking to my son, and he said, "Oh, you know what everybody does when they get their thing, you know, they go and they do this retrospective, and okay, so fine, we're gonna do a retrospective."
I think he was joking because that's
like,
what everybody does. But
right, that's what everybody does. But I'm doing it ironically.
Right.
So it's cool.
Right, of course.
Let's do it. Welcome to my garden. It's April. I'm going to show you how to take these little seedlings that you've started and grow them up to a size that's a little better to plant out in your garden.
Gonna make a barbecue, you got like a goat in the middle of that thing. Look at that little fire. Oh, that's so cute.
Well, if you can see here, this is my blueberry patch, though you wouldn't know it, because these are sweet potatoes growing in between the blueberries. The blueberries are perennial, so they're here year after year. And these are about 3 years old. And these were put in spring, and now we're starting to yank them up again as we're getting closer to fall. Welcome to my little slice of the tropics. This is my greenhouse.
Yeah, I wish you were in my garden, yeah.
Hey, here we are. This is the demonstration vegetable gardens behind me at the Orange County Extension. 55-gallon drums cut in half. You can usually get those for 10-20 bucks a piece. Cut them in half. There you go. Regular old boring raised bed. The traditional standby. Giant cereal bowls full of dirt. Little things poking out of other things. Herbs.
Okay.
This straw was covered in boiling water, and then
No. It was straw at 170 degrees, but he's got there close.
Now, if we were far enough below sea level, it would have been boiling water. All right, we're here, and we're just going to open up the greenhouse. Tropical leaf vegetables.
better than real spinach. It's good. Okay. Okay. Go knees. Go knees. Go. Oh, and if you ever want to see your dead family again and ride on a unicorn, make yourself something out of one of these. This is called a datura. This will screw you up so bad, you'll think it's the Bush administration again.
Hey, welcome back to Crash Gardening. I'm David Goodman. Last time we... Now, in the case of those lubbers, there are methods of direct pest control you can use. They're done! Now, there's a couple of benefits to this. One of them is that many of these bees and wasps, there's one right now, will actually hunt down caterpillars and other pests and stuff them in there to feed their larvae. Go ahead, plant a food forest. Grab some trees, grab some shrubs, grab some ground covers. You'll have food up here, you'll have food in the middle, you'll have food at the bottom, and you'll create a complete ecosystem. That little plum right there is a Chickasaw plum. Those plums right there are an improved variety of large sweet plum that I grafted onto this tree last February. Over here is a bed of sweet potatoes that I planted earlier in the year. I've got multiple different varieties in here, as you can see by the shapes of the leaves. I've got the heart-shaped leaves and the jaggedy edge leaves.
There are evidences that this vegetable was even worshipped alongside the sun, the sky, and a Coke bottle flung from an aeroplane.
We used to get these things canned from the Piggly Wiggly in town, but they always had that tinny flavor. I hate that.
I trust that you will want to grow this exciting crop in your own home garden.
Takes 2 hands to eat corn.
It's a long road. It's a long road.
Out of control gardening.
Look at this beautiful mess. And what is that? Well, those, my friends, are pears. Successfully grafted this spring onto this edge of a hawthorn tree. Take a look at this. This is some of the ground cover in my food forest. Trying to learn how to shoot a recurve bow, so it's a lot of fun. It's nice. I'm here at the Mosswood Farm Store in scenic Micanopy, Florida.
Alright. And as you can see, it makes a big difference.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And basically you just take it a handful at a time and you smear it until you can't see the individual handful.
And I never knew coming tragedy. We all wanted to know why our orange tree had to die. I say it with a sigh. Greedy. The dollar bill is just a piece of paper. If the lights go out, it ain't gonna save you. What if the lights go out? Right now, right now, right now, right now. What if the lights go out? And because you can eat the little flowers.
Well, we're gonna try to make some whiskey sours with calamondins.
We're improvising.
Right, for science.
Science.
We should get one of those really cool close-up shots in slow motion of you pouring that syrup. Just a second. Wow, that's delicious.
That's very good.
Okay, good. It's a success.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
For science.
Yeah. We can do science more often.
We could do science for breakfast.
Ugly way.
And that ought to do it. And that is how you make a Smilax omelet, one of the very best wild edibles from across the South. This noble republic has been blessed to have an excellent gardener and a very close friend of mine named David the Good. What made you decide to plant a jackfruit tree out of all trees?
Well, because we've been interested in India for a long time, and somebody was talking about the jackfruit in India, and I thought, oh, I found a jackfruit tree. It's like, how odd is that?
Right.
So I thought, I'll just put it in there. And after it started growing so quickly, I started thinking I needed to do some research on it, and I went, oh!
That's a big tree.
They can get very big. They can get...
Well, I told everybody I was moving further south. I just didn't tell them how far south I was going to be moving. We are now renting a cocoa farm in the tropics. Oh my gosh. This is the most disgusting. It was like cracking open a skull. And it smells horrible. And look at that. Welcome back to Totally Crazy Easy Gardening. This hoe is now my wife's favorite, and she does a lot of our weeding with this little one while I use a larger grape hoe that I got from easydigging.com. This one is quick, it's fast, it gets around corners very nicely, and despite the fact that the edges are rounded off, it still does a better job than the modern hoes that I've bought from the hardware store. My friend Justin Rhodes, the Permaculture Chickens movie guy, issued me a challenge. He told me that if I did a YouTube video every day for 30 days, he would promote the heck out of me.
They weren't sure, the sergeant didn't know what it was. And it's the most horrible thing I've ever seen. I'm glad they had it covered.
That's why they call in us scientists. For the horrible things. For the improbable things. For the impossible things. Science is the answer, and we'll get to the bottom of whatever this thing is. Are you ready?
I don't know if I'll ever be ready.
Pull yourself together. We're gonna open it up. Ugh. That is weird.
Doctor, I'm so afraid. Hold me.
There's another breadfruit right here that I can't reach, so I'm gonna have to try and do it the awesome way. Whoops! So it was right over here, right over... I'll go after it.
By yourself?
Nobody's gonna believe me.
I'm scared. Hold me.
I'm also smoking a fine Cuban cigar. This is a Partagas. Actually a very good cigar. I got it for only about $5 American because it has weevil holes in it from this Indian guy. They're supposed to be really expensive, but it's got little holes in the sides. You know, you can probably see that. But if you don't mind smoking a few weevils, it's pretty good. Probably, if the Hindu worldview is correct, I'm actually smoking someone's reincarnated relatives. My idea of getting the pumpkins and the beans and all the garden beds and everything done was somewhat curtailed. I severed 2 tendons in my hand.
I think I'll quit working on this bean trellis and open a coconut.
It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. That wasn't the way it went. It wasn't like that at all.
I was watching. You don't know what you looked like.
Just a little public service announcement from MC Davey G. Chopping on a coconut and whack 2 tendons. Off to the surgeon with 2 nurses in attendance. Can't play guitar, so I'm spitting rhymes instead. When I hit my finger with a machete, damage my tendons, and I'm still not ready to take off my cast. And hoping my finger gets better at last. We hit 7,500 subscribers on Monday. Our property here ends at these stones, and then it goes back here, down into the woods in Old Cocoa. Not being able to work is kind of making me feel crazy. Cast on my arm and I'm kind of getting lazy. So I figured I'd go out through the woods like a boss. Here I go, I hope I get lost. Down the river, through the creek, up the other side, I'm strolling like a freak. Look, I got another cool pumpkin. I asked what type it is. It's called pumpkin. I said, where do you get the seeds for this pumpkin? They said from inside a pumpkin. So, I'm going to name it, I think. I'll call it Bob. Found another pumpkin at the market, so I'll park it. Or at least it's seeds in my garden where I'm starting all varieties of vine and cucurbita societies and letting improprieties lead to new generations and innovations. In winter squashes, we tosses seeds in every spot where the vines can grow. And we know that we'll have something great to show from these frenetic, energetic calabaza genetics. I am on a quest for a tree which I had previously only seen in books. Aberhoa balimbi is the Latin name, often called the balimbi tree. I've been hunting for hours. I keep having visions.
Could a pancake be made that fills an entire pan? Our research team asked that question. The answer is, it could be made. But can it be flipped?
But this one here, we found way back here in a corner, and it is loaded with coffee. A lot of these have been split open by birds or rodents or something. The beans are still good inside. I'm not worried about it. They're gonna be washed and roasted anyways. Doesn't have to be perfect.
Doesn't have to be perfect, he said, as he picked coffee cherries from over his head. And at Christmas, you get this magical feeling, and the snow ain't appealing for an MC from the tropics, cause we rock this. Lighten up YouTube with the agricultural topics. Can't stop this, pick this coffee tree you see, hiding out by its lonesome in the cocoa. I got the mojo. That was an unqualified success. That's something that's never been done by science.
My dad always wanted me to be an NFL football player, but the best I could do was Yemfit. Victory!
It's not as out there as people think. I mean, there's the Boston Yamathon, there's Iron Yam.
The plan is, we knock the wasp nest off of the cinnamon, and then I drag the branch away. Be sure to like and subscribe, and also check out my book, Compost Everything, on Amazon. And until next time, may your thumbs always be green. Nice to your mother and always say please. Be loyal to friends and compost your enemies. Be nice to your mother and always... Hey everybody, welcome back. I have decided to grow 2,000 pounds of food.
And friends are friends forever. One day they play the song at Publix, and you'll be rolling along with your cart full of shampoo.
Hey buddy, would you help me out a smidge? Nothing big, dog, just give me your old fridge. Or if you like, I'll wait until you toss it by the curb. I need it real bad so I can grow up my herbs. I got oregano or marjoram, can't tell them apart. I got some basil and thyme for a real good start. Some weird local stuff too, I don't even know. Let me hear the Pinterest ladies go.
I don't need to put that in here.
Oh, you're just gonna eat it. Okay, that's fine. Look at that one. I think that one's the prize of the day, I think. Yeah.
How about Radiohead doing a song about fermenting?
Can't stop fermenting. Can't stop fermenting. I can't stop.
Welcome back everybody. Got a little bit of bad news. My corn, my wonderful red sweet corn, which was so lovingly sent to me by Cheryl in Oklahoma, has been attacked.
She paid all of my corn, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Due to the intense nature of this film, viewer and parental discretion is strongly advised.
Rachel!
But I'm really more concerned about the dreams.
I think from what you told me, you should just follow your dreams. Do what you feel.
Giant monster, the gospel tattered play. Famous, run, 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 run away. But wait, if I'm the Baphemus, then that means... I have a table full of pumpkins.
He threw me off the ramp and broke my foot and broke my wheelchair, all in good fun.
1/4 acre of uncleared building lot, which I have been told I can garden on. Put your peach pits into moist potting soil and stick them in the fridge. Step 4. Check them after 2 to 3 months. If they have roots, proceed to the next step. If not, wait a little longer. In a way, however, he's eschewing one form of factory-produced nastiness for another.
Virtue signaling on YouTube.
Is this suitably heroic, this camera angle? Hey, what are you making?
Passion fruit juice.
That's gorgeous. These are supposed to be Tabasco peppers, and some of them are ready. I've never tried a Tabasco pepper before. I've only had like Louisiana hot sauce, Tabasco sauce. Should I try it? That was incredibly hot.
So, how does it compare to a habanero? Folks.
But if you cooked it with a little vinegar, and if you smoked it, that would be a really good hot sauce. Put it in a smoker, I don't mean put it in a pipe. That would probably kill you. Okay, if it's been the dry season and your peppers have not had any water, and they might not actually be Tabasco peppers, but Thai peppers because you're not sure, don't eat the whole thing. Come on.
No.
You can have it. It's not a big deal. Just take it. Take it. Hey!
There's no way I'm eating that.
Now I'm gonna have a place to park without hitting that on the undercarriage of my car every time. A place to park in front of my new land. This is our new land, right here. And we are going to take you on a tour. This is a 1/2 acre, gently sloping land, and it already has some fruit trees on it. And I am so psyched about building a house and putting in gardens and all that stuff. And, of course, taking you guys along with us. That's the inside of a passion fruit right there. Isn't that weird? You just cut one end off and then suck the juice out of the inside. It's kind of like an astronaut fruit. Ah. I'm gonna catch up with you, John Kohler. I'm gonna get some ashes here. I like having ashes. Be able to feed the trees with them. We composted a bunch of this stuff already, but I want to burn some of it. There's a stump underneath here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and burn it. Yep. Some cycles of fire and burning and regrowth, those are good, right? And kids like fires too. Mesmerizing, isn't it? Makes you all thoughtful.
See this, these are all hermit crabs. See them moving around in their borrowed shells. Or you're gonna be sneakier. Thanks guys, that is a lot of little hermit crabs.
It is almost like 2 fruits in one. The flesh is a light greenish yellow color, or almost white, and it has a very mild taste. And the fruit, the seed pods have this amazing juice that are just it's so sweet and refreshing. It's delicious.
I planted 1 gazillion citrus.
Variegated kumquat. Foreclosure
What we really need is some mulch. In order to get some mulch, we have to get a truck. Is anybody aggressive to you on the road while you're driving this?
Not at all.
That's your horn.
Yeah, that's not obnoxious. You can blow
Oh, it's
some
awesome. Do you have a system in it?
Yeah.
Or actually, I'll just film and let the ladies work. My sister Steph is going to try one for the first time.
Oh, there's a pit.
Yes, there's a big pit. An actual pipe is carrying water to this property. So, what could we do with it?
We asked him earlier in the week what he wanted to do, if he wanted to do something special for his birthday, and he said that he wanted to come down here and plant a food forest.
I'm gonna dodge my taxes, baby. The man won't rob me. I'm gonna drink some Lysol, baby, to clean my body.
So right here, this gentleman is drying tobacco. And so you see all the tobacco is being sun cured. Wow. And it smells very sweet. I am in Bali in one of the rice fields right now. Look at the intense level of building that went into these terraces. I got like the most amazing machete ever. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is a sword.
I buried my rabbit beneath the cherry tree one fine afternoon. Someday I know that we'll meet again on a fruit salad spoon.
The first bed is Brian, and then Rachel, then Linda, then Christy, then Stephanie, and then Jessica will get built last.
Okay.
That's our beds. And we
Good.
gotta pick tomatoes to go in the beds.
Some people get together on date night with a glass of wine and binge purchase. I don't even know what normal people would binge purchase, but obviously we did that with tomato seeds.
We binge purchased. Sit down, we're like, let's get one of every color. So this is how you do science in your garden. It's not really like super serious, right? You just plant different stuff, you keep track of how it does, and there you go.
Yo, check it, D to the G. Back again on the 1, 2, 3.
I have here a bag of paper goods. We had a church meal today. What happened here? Could it be a cutworm? No, it's not a cutworm. It's me. It's called thinning out your plants.
Yo, 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 you gotta burn your plants. Gotta fight that apical dominance. Busted out with sharp as shears. Nature trembles when I draw near like Paul Bunyan with the mighty axe. Chop the trees down to make them come back in 2s and 3s and 4-branch selections. Cut again if they fail my inspection. And if you're a wimpy seedling,
trying to find a zen state of being,
crowded among your sisters and brothers. Goodbye, little wimp, I ain't your mother.
The Dalai Lama writes, why don't you use glass? Glass windows are huge sliding doors made with... Wait a second. No, the Dalai Lama probably sung this.
sung this. Why don't you use glass windows or huge sliding doors made with glass so the sun rays get into plants in winters, and put huge fans for this big indoor farm made of glass doors and sliding.
This is how you mix cob, traditional building material, and it's for earth ovens. I'm David the Good.
Got to be the craziest thing the world has ever seen. Step up to the stage, MC COVID-19.
Things got pretty real lately, haven't they? It's time to survival garden. No matter what's going on, the plants don't really care, the birds don't really care, and the world will continue because the Lord is in control. You know, we invested a lot into having this off-grid cooking setup. You want to lift the other end for me? You want to get down there? Can you lift that part? Push it. There you go. Push it over. Good job. Good job. Thank you. So I have really bad internet and we are on lockdown now. We've been tucking in corn in between the tomatoes because as tomatoes succumb, I really need some calories in the ground, so calories first.
I went to see David the Good. He lives in paradise, growing his own food.
Yes, I moved back. I'm done. I'm in Florida. I ditched everything. You know, I haven't been on for a while. I've been really busy. I ditched everything, and I'm done. The big experiment is I am setting up 12 5-foot by 5-foot beds, and each one of those beds is going to be amended and treated in a different way. Welcome back. I'm David the Good, and today we're going to continue planting the grocery row garden system. This is Rosaceae row. So far we've planted nothing but rose family. It's like a time traveling version of me that's going to come and kill this version of me. I can feel it. Holy cow! Good texture. Good flavor. Do you have any idea how fast you were going?
Don't you feel like you have a case of the hiccups?
I've got over 1,000 gardening videos. But I realized it's not about the gardening. It's about the digging.
I like to dig, dig, diggity dig. I like to diggy, 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 dig. I like to dig, 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 dig every day.
Here, it looks like I'm growing in incredible, rich, volcanic soil.
Oh my goodness, that's a star-headed alien.
What would happen if we tried it on a jar of Miracle Whip. Because science is saying that's not possible.
It could, but there has not been a peer-reviewed study on if it should be done.
Right.
Should is the question. Should it be done? Not by you.
Okay, so I have this box here from YouTube, and this box was actually supposed to arrive during the pandemic. It seems appropriate to open it with a machete, but it did not arrive, and it was actually delayed by 9 months or so. But hey, we're getting used to that, aren't we? It's been one of those years. Just a second. I'm gonna go down here and here. I don't want to lose any more tendons. All right, here we go.
Here, I'll take the.
Thank you. Or she's always trying to take those things away from me. So what do we have here? Got a letter from YouTube headquarters. And here we go. Got the silver play button. So thank you all. Thanks also to, in particular to Mart Hale for encouraging me to start a YouTube channel years ago. Thank you to Justin Rhodes for saying, David, man, I'll give you a push if you hit that. You hit it. You do 30 videos in 30 days, I'll push you. And he did. And when that happened, it was, I think I had 3,200 subscribers, and we have 129,000 as of this morning, maybe 130 by now. And hey, it's been great. And a lot of you guys have been encouraging all along the way. Because like I said, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a bossa nova singer who ended up a writer, who somehow ended up a YouTuber. So here's to the next 10 years. Hope yours will be as productive. Do you have anything to say?
No.
That's it.
You said everything.
I do talk a lot. Catch you next time. And until then, may your thumbs always be green.
I went to see David the Good. We listened to Portishead and drank spiced rum.
I didn't thank God. Oh. Like even basketball players thank God. They're like, yeah, I just want to thank the Lord for giving me this. So, thank you, Lord, for having YouTube send me this silver play button. And for all the kids. And for all the plants. And for my lovely wife, who never lets me kiss her on film.